9 experienced hikers ventured into the deadly cold of the Ural Mountains, embarking on what was supposed to be an exhilarating adventure. They were well prepared, equipped with the best gear, and had meticulously planned their route. The group, led by Igor Dyatlov, was composed of university students and graduates, all eager to conquer the treacherous terrain. Little did they know, this journey would turn into a harrowing tale of mystery and horror. But they never returned alive. Their bodies were found scattered, mutilated, and frozen in the snow. The search party, after days of relentless effort, stumbled upon a scene that defied all logic. Tents were torn from the inside, belongings were left behind, and the hikers' bodies were discovered in various states of undress, some even barefoot in the freezing cold. The chilling discovery sent shockwaves through the community and left investigators baffled. Some had fractured skulls, others had missing eyes and tongues. The injuries were gruesome and inexplicable, with some suggesting a force beyond human capability. The medical examinations revealed that the trauma inflicted on the bodies was akin to that of a high-speed car crash, yet there were no external wounds to explain such damage. The mystery deepened as more bizarre details emerged, and yet there was no sign of struggle, no footprints leading to their deaths. The pristine snow around the campsite showed no evidence of an intruder or a wild animal attack. It was as if the hikers had vanished into thin air, only to reappear lifeless and mutilated. The lack of physical evidence left investigators with more questions than answers, fueling countless theories and speculations. No rational explanation. This is the nightmare of the Dyatlov Pass Incident. To this day, the events of that fateful night remain one of the most perplexing and eerie mysteries in modern history. The Dyatlov Pass Incident continues to captivate and terrify, a haunting reminder of the unknown forces that may lurk in the shadows of our world. January 23, 1959. A group of 9 students from the Ural Polytechnical Institute embarked on a skiing expedition to the Ural Mountains. Their leader, Igor Dyatlov, a 23-year-old engineering student. They were young, adventurous, and highly skilled in extreme weather conditions. Their mission was to reach Otorten Mountain, a trek classified as Category 3, the most difficult. But they never made it. February 26, 1959. A search party finally located their campsite. What they found was horrifying. The scene was eerily quiet, the snow-covered landscape hiding the secrets of that fateful night. The searchers, experienced and resilient, were not prepared for the chilling discovery that awaited them. The tent was abandoned and torn from the inside out. It was as if the occupants had desperately tried to escape from something or someone. The cuts in the fabric were jagged and frantic, suggesting a sense of urgency and panic. The search party could only speculate about what had caused such terror, as if something had made them flee in terror, barefoot in freezing temperatures. The footprints in the snow told a story of chaos and fear. They led away from the tent, scattered and disorganized, indicating that the hikers had left in a hurry, without proper clothing or shoes. The freezing temperatures would have been unbearable, yet they ran, driven by an unknown fear. Then, bodies began to appear in the snow. The first bodies were found not far from the tent, lying in the snow as if they had simply collapsed from exhaustion or fear. The searchers were horrified by the sight, the lifeless forms stark against the white snow, a grim reminder of the tragedy that had unfolded. 2 bodies were found first, near a tree, half naked, with signs of severe hypothermia. Their clothes were found scattered around as if they had tried to use them to keep warm. The tree branches above were broken, suggesting that they had tried to climb to safety, or perhaps to get a better view of their surroundings. The scene was both tragic and puzzling. 3 more were found scattered nearby, facing the tent, as if trying to crawl back. Their positions suggested a desperate attempt to return to the safety of the tent, but they never made it. The snow had claimed them, their final moments frozen in time. The searchers could only imagine the fear and confusion that must have gripped them in their last moments. And the last 4, they were found 2 months later, in a ravine, with injuries so brutal that even forensic experts were left speechless. The injuries were inconsistent with a simple fall, leading to more questions than answers. Some had broken bones, others had internal injuries, yet there were no external wounds. The mystery deepened, leaving everyone to wonder what had truly happened on that cold, dark night. These were not normal deaths. One hiker had a crushed skull but no external wounds. Another had shattered ribs as if hit by a massive force, like a car crash, yet there was no sign of an impact weapon. And then, the most disturbing find: one hiker's tongue and eyes were missing. Some say scavengers, but others believe something more sinister was at play. So, what happened at Dyatlov Pass? This question has puzzled investigators, researchers, and enthusiasts for decades. The mystery surrounding the tragic event has led to numerous theories, each more intriguing than the last. Let's delve into some of the most compelling explanations that have been proposed over the years. Some believe an avalanche buried the tent, forcing them to flee, but there were no signs of an avalanche in the area. The tent was found partially collapsed and covered with a thin layer of snow, but not the kind of debris one would expect from a full-scale avalanche. Additionally, the footprints leading away from the tent were clearly visible, suggesting that the hikers left in a calm and orderly manner, not in a panicked rush. Others point to secret Soviet military tests. Radioactive traces were found on some of their clothing. This has led to speculation that the group may have stumbled upon a covert operation or testing site. The presence of radiation has fueled theories that the hikers were exposed to some kind of radioactive material, either accidentally or as part of a military experiment. The Soviet Union was known for its secrecy, and many believe that the true nature of these tests has been covered up. Could they have been accidental witnesses to something they weren't meant to see? The idea that the hikers encountered a secret military operation has been supported by the presence of unusual injuries on some of the bodies, which some experts believe could be consistent with the effects of advanced weaponry or experimental technology. The remote location of Dyatlov Pass would have made it an ideal site for such activities, far from prying eyes. And then, there are those who claim something inhuman was there that night. Some theories suggest that the hikers encountered a yeti or some other unknown creature. The idea of a cryptid lurking in the Ural Mountains has captured the imagination of many, and some point to the strange injuries and the state of the bodies as evidence of an attack by a wild animal or something even more mysterious. Bright orange lights were seen in the sky around the time of their deaths. UFOs. Witnesses reported seeing strange lights in the sky, which has led to speculation that the hikers may have encountered extraterrestrial beings. The idea of a UFO encounter is supported by the unusual injuries and the high levels of radiation found on some of the clothing. Could the hikers have been caught in the middle of an alien visitation or abduction? A government experiment gone wrong? Or something even darker? The truth behind the Dyatlov Pass incident remains elusive, and each theory raises more questions than answers. Whether it was a natural disaster, a secret military test, an encounter with a cryptid, or something otherworldly, the mystery continues to captivate and confound. As we continue to search for answers, the story of Dyatlov Pass serves as a haunting reminder of the unknown forces that can shape our world. More than 60 years later, the Dyatlov Pass incident remains one of the most terrifying unsolved mysteries in history. No conclusive cause of death, no real answers, just a chilling void of unknown horror. What do you think happened to the Dyatlov hikers? Leave your theories in the comments below. If you love diving into real-life horror and unsolved mysteries, make sure to subscribe to Nightmare Cases and hit the notification bell for more terrifying stories. Stay curious, stay safe, and until next time, sleep tight.